Let's begin the Stanley parable. All from a kid named Stanley. Hoity-toity-toity-toity. Begin the game. The end is never the end, and never the end. It is never is loading. The end is loading. The end is nigh. Let's do this thing. Sorry, I'm used to playing horror games this late. I am Total Paragon, and this is the Stanley Parable. I assume just part one, if this will ever load. Hey, indie game, load. This computer's powerful enough to handle Fortnite on ultra graphics settings. I think it can load you. Thank you.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on his desk.
Pushing
Orders
buttons.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Ooh.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-wrenching, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Hold on just a second.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
Oh, wow.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk.
Hold on a moment. Game is now paused. Because someone is being a poopy pants and not following the rules.
And stepped out of his office.
There we go. Now audio's working properly. I don't want to step out of my office. Make me. I can crouch. This is my new level. Alright. I'm out of the...
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. I missed the memo. Oh man, this is just like my actual work.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This is like PTSD from the company picnic where I was the only guy not invited. Yep. Bringing back all the memories. Ooh, I can open doors. 1 second. We're going to open these doors. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, shut up! Ow! Ow! I'm wedged in the door! Okay, thank you. I'm so stupid. I went up, 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 up. I found my door right here. Door 420! You can't see me, but I just dabbed. This is why I need face cams. That thing just turned off. That thing just turned off. What does it mean? This is a really slow game so far, but it's very interesting. Very interesting. What is that? It's a leaf. What is that? I hate Monday's mug. Oh, that's the most cliche mug I've ever seen. Nobody.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Unfortunately, Stanley is dumb.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Or perhaps Stanley's just not that smart. And he tries every door still. One of these times the door is going to unlock randomly, and I'm going to be so happy.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I want the Dr.
Stanley
Pepper.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This is my room. Coffee machine. What's it say? Coffee nut.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Do not mock the ocean, O narrator god, for it is powerful and consumes all. And if you refuse...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I'm playing hide and seek with everyone. They'll never think of finding me here. This is a perfect
Stanley sat around
plan.
waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, okay. But what if I wait longer? Anything? Getting annoyed with me yet? Narrator? Get a little annoyed with me? Getting a little, finding my rambunctious behavior annoying? Okay, fine, I'll go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I took the first door on my left? Guys, did I take the first door on my left? Just wondering, chat, did I? Because last I checked, I'm going straight!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, it has a lot to do with me and some, things I don't want to get into it with my boss. Wow. I really hope I don't fall and die here.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I played the Stanley Parable. I died in like 10 minutes by falling off the cliff. I just feel the disappointment radiating off of everyone. Oh, you're all looking at your screens just like, why? My office.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
Yeah, Stanley
The
could
thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Yes.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Yay!
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Okay. Well, I got
All
two
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. I am actually going to follow directions this time. Or wait, there was a
When
lift.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Stanley.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep.
Wow. Yes. This room. What
All right,
but
shut
eager
up,
to get back
narrator.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Shut up, narrator. You don't control me.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. 5,000. All right.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I need to get down there. I feel like down there is the right way to go. Okay, so I need to get over to the lift while it's doing that. Okay, I know what I'm going to do next time.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Oh, wow.
She's been waiting.
Wow. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, so on one hand, I want to, because that sounds like a good thing to do. But on the other hand, it's what he wants me to do, and I don't want to do what he wants me to do. Okay, I guess I'm picking up the phone. Hey!
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Okay. Ooh.
All right. Okay, there we go.
And she
All right,
cooks?
now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Ah!
Gotcha.
It's a naked mannequin!
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, now I'm sad. This is really personal.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, crud. I don't like how he said that. I don't like... No. I feel like he's about to show me this Stanley's life.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, no. Press 5 on the keyboard. 5.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Well, that's pretty depressing. Press R.
Look at him there, pushing buttons,
Oh, hey.
doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press X. I press K.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, ouch! Burn! Press Z to watch TV. Awesome. Nice. Okay. Let's do that.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
This part is all in his head. I get it now.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
The narrator is inside of his head.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Yes,
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I get it now. The narrator's all in his head. He's creating this because his life sucks.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
+2 to tell your wife you love
But
her.
there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Whoa. I get it now.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I get it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Well,
how can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
Oh!
I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
I get it.
Perhaps.
Now.
Well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Okay, so.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Please die. Wow. Okay, so the narrator's all in his head because he could never go on the adventures he wants to. I get it now.
Already this was uncomfortable. And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What? That's weird. Okay, there's one more spot on the right here I want to go to.
When Stanley came to a set of two open...
No, shut up.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I've got this.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, hold on a second.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I got this. Because on the lift, there is a...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Shh. Watch.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Shush.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is... What?
Yes!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
That's all...
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
You're saying a bunch of things only villains say. Danger. Danger everywhere. How true. How true, sign. Alright, going through all these. I've gotten out of his little puzzle. Haha! I figured it out! I've escaped.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Did Stanley walk through the red door, or did Stanley walk through the blue door? I think Stanley walked through the blue door.
Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm pretty sure Stanley walked through the blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door. I think you walked through.
Fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
All right, here we go.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Oh, ew.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Whoops.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I like vehicles
Tell
and
you
skill
what,
trees.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
All right.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Nice, the third way. The best
Okay,
ending.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, more choices. Oh wait, no. I only followed this choice because it was part of previous choices. But really, I would just go through no matter what all the choices. But yeah, but that would improve game time, and I like that because it's more bang for buck. But on the other hand, more choices makes the choices feel less meaningful because each choice will slowly not. I have an idea. 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly.
Oh, I was
a
trying to push
calling in
all
your
the buttons.
gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Oh wow.
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid,
Yay!
I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Oh, they're making a jab at that. I can see.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest
Honestly,
answers, please.
the idea of a leaderboard, it excites me a little bit. So you
Hey,
get a
I
4.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me
No.
boot it up.
Okay. Ooh, loading screens. I love these. These mean more.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Baby.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Baby.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Baby. Oh, cute baby. Cute baby goes bounce. Oh, cute baby.
Bastard.
Oh.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
God,
hey, since my
you
game
turn
was
off
so
the lights.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
I love pushing emotional buttons.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's
Emotional
give it a
buttons are the
shot.
best kind of buttons. I like emotion. Oh,
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one
How do
thing
you
you've
jump?
always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you.
Now I want
From
to play
now on,
Minecraft.
I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Ooh, you're going to build a house.
This will go here.
Oh, wow. I'm
No,
watching.
here, and then.
Where? Oh, there it is. Ooh,
Let's
that's a
see.
small
What
house.
does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley.
I'm watching someone else
Look
play
at it.
Minecraft.
Gaze upon
you
my
guys are
work
watching
of
me
art
watch someone
and
else
feel
play Minecraft.
ashamed at your own inadequacy.
Oh.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay. Oh,
Isn't it
I'm in here.
grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Oh, this is like me playing
Diamond
Minecraft.
everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay. I guess I'm playing Minecraft now. That's a thing. So I killed
Oh, my.
myself.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. I'm Stanley. Do I look prepared? Alright, let's just keep on going into the darkness until something kills me.
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
Oh.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
What?
Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh, wow. Wow. Pot shots at Minecraft. Get wrecked, Notch and Microsoft. Ha, this indie developer's calling you out.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Yes!
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better
Shatter
myself.
it.
What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
It's Portal. So apparently they can put the level of Portal, but you can't put the radio to do the song over and over again. I don't want that. I want that cup piece. Give me cup. I need to put it in toilet. Huh? Oh no. No, the radio's on. I was just joking. Turn the radio off. Oh hey, that's open. So we can't put actual portals in Portal. Ooh, companion. Do I get cube?
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Give me cube. Cubette. We shall be together forever.
Genius.
All right. Yes, it's Portal. It's probably the wrong message he's showing me right
You
now.
know what? I think that's plenty.
Oh.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through anymore.
Oh no. Hey, I'm still alive. Hey, I'm still alive. Woohoo! Suck it. You can't kill me. No! Well, I guess I'm here now. Alrighty. I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm doing it correctly. I hope. I really do hope I'm doing this correctly. Ooh, what's at the end of the hallway? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's probably the oncoming train. Because all that my life brings is unhappiness and pain. Wah, wah. Alright, what do we have here? I'm pushing buttons. I'm pushing lots of buttons. I'm in a room pushing buttons. Is there anything in here? Is there any point to pushing all the buttons? I don't think so. Interesting that pressing E is making a button.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
I'll actually
yes.
listen to you now.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Oh, wow. That's another thing villains
wait.
say. Seriously, you are like saying everything a villain says. Every single line of villain saying things. That's you. You are every single villain. Oh, whoa, this is new, is it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I just had the horror game Something's Changed chill go down my spine. This isn't the room layout.
When Stanley came to a set of two
This is
open
not the
doors,
room layout.
he entered the door on his left.
Something changed. Alright, I'm going to actually listen to him. Alright, where are we going, buddies?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Tacos.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Let elbow up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Oh yes. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic on the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Yes, yes it will. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Except for you, you filthy redhead. Alright, where are we at here? Stripes. Require more secondary research. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, charts, and slides. Actually, are mostly just slides. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Profits. Woo! Rated which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Lots of the same information. I see a lot of same slide chart information. Rates of increase in graphs per slide. Lots of graphs. Lots of science. Lots of math. Please no more charts. I'm begging you to stop. Wow, the boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out the triplicate and return to your boss application specialist. Yes. To do, synergize core value expenditures, solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another delusional employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why did we hire you? Do things, why are your dreams about your future, success, and everything else? These slides are going too fast. My slow reading cannot handle this. I need to get a grip on life. Bi-quarterly post review. Wow, this is so many bad. Talk less. Oh, okay. So going through all that. Synergize core value. Monetize free to play. Monetize free to play. Nice. You mean EA's strategy? Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, this is my broom closet. I have all the tools I ever need. A wrench. Oh, this is bringing me back Hitman memories.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
Screw you,
no
it's my
reason to still be here.
It's my broom closet and I like it. This is mine. All mine.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA? What? I like this closet a lot.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm genuinely confused. Because I like messing with you. If I did what you said, we'd already be done with this game by now.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Yeah,
but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
But are you just tricking me? Is this really the key to everything?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find
the
this
XD
concerning.
at the end is the best. That's why you play with subtitles.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oh.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, I mean, who's not? Am I right? But...
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Nope, I'm moving around.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. I feel like you're done now, right? Oh. Oh, this was quite the experience. All right, I feel like that was a success. All right, I'm hyped.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, second player. You're dead.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll listen to you. It was hard to, but I'll listen to you. Oh, wow. Oh, I want to go in the executive bathroom. I never get into those places. My poor butt doesn't get a rested seat on.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Well, that sucks.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from
What's
him?
this white dot?
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Ah, well.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
So you said 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Whoa.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
He did. Oh, it's a Truman Show. This is all just security cameras on one man, tracking his whole life as he goes through experience after experience, and everything's not real, everything's fake. You don't even know what's going on anymore. Okay, sorry for that little mental breakdown. I am good now. Ooh, a button. I push. I push. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
That's because he finally saw the true world.
Now, when for years it had never occurred to him.
Because Stanley's
this
really
question
dense.
would not go unanswered for long.
I'm sorry, Stanley's so dense. But he's close to the floor like a snake. Snake Stanley. Stanley. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, so I have two options right here. I can escape or go into the mind control facility. What do you have, what do you guys want me to do? I'm actually going to listen to you guys this time for once. Yeah, this is such a privilege. You guys feel free to answer at any time which one you would like me to go. I mean, it's just a simple escape or mind control. Being annoyed with the fact that chat has not answered yet, the narrator is all very disappointed in all of you. Oh, someone said escape. I just saw that. Alright, we're escaping, fools. Escape!
This passageway had the word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No. I don't think that's true. It can't be true.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, I refuse.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Nope, this isn't death. This is true life. Let's go, fools! Oh, wait, that's an incinerator, isn't it? Let's go! Ah, I just walked into an incinerator, didn't I? Oh, I hate it when I just walk into a incinerator. Hey, I'm still alive. What do you know?
As the
I
machine
crouch.
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence.
How do I jump?
Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Oh no.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
No.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from
Alright,
the
haha, I'm right here.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow
Nope,
life.
I'm not gonna die.
Farewell, Stanley.
Nope, I'm crouched. I'm protected by these metal walls. Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Well, hey, I'm alive. Thank you, lady. You're nicer than that other narrator. I feel like I want to listen to you. I don't want to walk through that door. That's the only door to walk through.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Yay.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Probably nothing. He's not that smart. Oh.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Whoa.
Do you see now? Do you see that
All the
Stanley was
paintings.
already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer. Oh, office layout. Blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. Path from Stanley's office to the two doors. The first game part was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout almost remains identical to the first iteration. Whoa. Whoa. This is like behind the scenes of the game. I feel like I'm getting all the weird endings first. Two doors. Set of two doors is the very first concept piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged extension around it. An exploration of the contradictions the room possessed. The filing cabinets. Corridor. The pacing of the opening section was important to get right. Corridor had to be moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh, okay. Office computers. Oh. Employee database. Nope, it's off. That's off also. Ah! I turned everything off. Are those buttons? Button sounds. Ah! Ah! Buttons! Okay, I got bored of that. Oh, no, that's pretty nice. Credits. What's over here? Let's take a look. The office stuff. Maintenance room. Okay, okay. Nice little sign right there with some printers. Alright, alright. Larger words. This text, if someone could just get rid of this text and maybe I could see what the game is about. Am I going crazy? So green line. September. Point of Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. Is to lose. These are screenshots of Stanley Parable HD Remix. Mornings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. So it's got everything you could ever want. Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we were asked people to email the narrator questions. While we initially planned to use these in the further promotional trailers, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. How do you stay in shape? Michael the Rock Martin. For instance, on a scale of Max Ernst to how surreal this game be, we're born with magnificent voice or old man. Finally, most important, what is Stanley's last name? Oh, these are all boring. This is all boring. I don't know why everyone thinks this ending is the normal ending. I'm just gonna walk out of here. Lounge. The apartment timer. Oh. Previous version of the choice leading to apartment timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Huh. Interesting. What if that still exists, but it just doesn't exist as an item? Oh, I can't remember how to get to that ending. Interesting, interesting. Cargo is always offered a choice of staying or jumping on a different path. We also wanted the option of player falling to his death, which I did. That was my first ending. Oh, wow. Vent, 2 options, 1 option. Maintenance layout. Are we sure? Interesting. Interesting. Event? Maybe the vent still exists. Like, how do I know they're not lying to me about this stuff? Zending levers. Levers originally a part of the Zending player pull lever narrator would describe what color they had just pulled. Oh wow, okay. That merge with another part of the game. Interesting, interesting. This is all very fascinating, but I feel like the audience are getting bored with this. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. I don't know what the countdown ending is. I feel like this will give me a lot of spoilers, so I'm just going.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Okay.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
What do I do? Begin the game again. Interesting. Do they want me to restart here? Is that what the choice is? To choose not to die, but to live instead? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Maybe if I begin the game again. So if I get crushed, it restarts, or if I begin the game again, it restarts. But I'll have beaten him because I wouldn't get crushed and killed. I got it. I win. Haha! I win! If he doesn't bring up a note that I did that, I will be... Really?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his
Oh, come
coworkers. He
on!
never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from
Come
others. So
on!
the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Come on!
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are you kidding me? I had thought that one out.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Stanley didn't. Because screw you, that's why.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Just
All
show
because
up.
he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Yeah, that...
And then something occurred to Stanley.
Wait,
maybe,
am I going in
he thought to
circles?
himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Crud.
For example,
Oh, wow, hey.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh, coffee stain.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
What is going
he just
on?
hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Yeah?
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Well, that's good. I love
thought
it
to
when I'm
himself,
not crazy.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Nice.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Yay. Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
I
And
don't
then
know.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was
So this is
amazed he
all a
hadn't asked
dream.
himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Because this is your sense of
Now
adventure.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing
Whoa.
my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
I'm going to have an
Was
existential
Stanley simply deceiving
crisis.
himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, he's just on drugs. Don't do
Now,
drugs,
hearing
kid.
the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
It'll give you
After all,
multiple
he knew for certain,
personalities.
beyond a
and
doubt,
all
that
sorts
this
of
was
fun,
in fact
like-
a dream. Did the voice not see him
I
float
don't
and
know.
make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Yeah.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
All
So
right.
He closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
All right.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Stop it.
I want
you...
my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
So, what? Can I talk?
Okay.
I just want to talk. Because I don't want to talk over you because you say funny things. But, an interesting little thing. So the narrator...
Stanley began
Only-
screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
But here's the
And
thing.
everything went black.
Exactly. The narrator's describing everything that happens.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I want a moment to explain
Mariella
this.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man.
Interesting.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
And there's your answer right there. Stanley doesn't know what's real or not because this narrator's telling him what's real or not, and the narrator clearly doesn't exist because it's hopping back and forth. Oh, this is so trippy. It's like having a voice inside your head that just wants you to follow it, even if you don't follow it, it punishes you by making you go crazy. Oh, this is...
It was comforting to
Oh,
think this,
wow.
and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But
Okay.
then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body,
Get wrecked,
and then
Stanley.
she turned and ran.
Get wrecked, Stanley. This makes so much sense, but at the same time, none at all. Interesting. Wait. This is another floor change.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. When Stanley came to a set of
Alright,
two open
so
doors,
let
he
me
entered
go
the door on his
check
left.
out the... let's go upstairs and go to the mind control ending then, I guess.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
You bored yet? You bored yet? I figured you out. This is the one choice I can make in the whole game that you can't see coming. Everything else you have a plan for.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Let's go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh! Thanks. Yeah, I'll do that next time then. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the music. You know, I can't actually have...
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Thank you for deploying the smooth jazz. Alright. Let's go down elevator. There we go. There we go. Woo! Alrighty. Alrighty. 1 second. Just give me like 30 seconds to check something real quick. Alright, kiddos? Sorry. Papa Paragon needs a slight break. Alright, I am back. People, thank you for being so patient. Alright, let's do this. Yeah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, yeah, we're going in there. This is good. This is fine. Ooh, a button.
The lights rose on an enormous
Cerebro.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Nope. Doors are closed behind me. Looks like I do. The best way of making someone make a choice is by removing all the other choices. Alright, where are you at? Cameras!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Oh.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Fire.
Stanley's co-workers.
That one
the
said
lives of
fire.
so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
You know, that's a lot of work to make this room, though. They had to take a screenshot from every location in the game, pretty much. Huh.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
This is a mind trip! Alright.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Yeah, clearly
it was
in all my other
unthinkable,
playthroughs.
wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Wrong way. That you pressed
But
S
here was
instead
the
of W.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
Whoa.
eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
That's button 4. 0142001 or 0001. I don't know if these numbers mean anything. I'm going full puzzle mode right now, where everything means something and everything. Do I want to walk down there? I probably don't. I kind of do though. I'm going to walk down there. Oh, okay, that's just pretty. All right. All right. For a moment, I thought it was something cool and secretive, but I guess, like most things in life, it's just sort of a disappointment when you finally reach it. That's button 3. 1, 2. Let's just do them in order. 1, 2. Ooh, we're pushing buttons, people. This is intense. This is intense. 3. All right, let's go. All right. Let's go. Button 4. Button 4. Can I get a button 4? Can I get a button 5? Can I get a button 5? Is there a button 5 in the audience right now? Button 5. Button 5. Man, Paragon's really stretching to make his videos entertaining. He's just started rambling during completely boring walking sequences. It's not boring, it's fun gameplay. Now he's talking to himself. Oh, that did nothing. Alright, whatever. We're going in here. Ooh. I'm about to play with so many minds right now. I'm going to think of some messed up stuff.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On or off? Alright, what should I do? Should I turn this thing on or off? On or off? On or off, people? You guys gonna throw me a bone here? And the narrator's asking for on or off. On or off. Simple two options. That's all you've got in life. 2 options. Like there are only 2 things you could ever recommend on. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do on then. Ba-bam.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Oh.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes?
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
It can do all I needed to.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. This is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
No.
More time to talk about you, about me.
No.
Where are we going? What all this means. I barely know where to start.
I don't want to die.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
I don't want to die.
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Oh, a door.
swallowing everyone inside,
No.
or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Dang it,
I
dang it,
almost
dang
hate
it,
to
dang it,
see
dang it.
Go! But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Oh yeah, well.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
No.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I can still turn it off.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
It was the latter.
I mean,
It was the
look at
latter.
you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Yeah.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything,
Yeah.
anything, something here will save me.
There's always a way
Why
out.
do you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley.
You're
in
saying
for quite a
villain lines again.
disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your
No,
death.
no.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
No,
It's a
the off button won't
tragedy.
work.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
No.
But I'm going to destroy it first.
Okay.
So you can't. Take a look at
crud.
the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
5.
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go
What does all
peacefully?
these lights
Another
mean?
choice. Make it count.
Dang it, I only have
Older.
10 seconds
It's
left.
all the same to me. All a part of the joke.
Well, I might as well be
And believe me,
cinematic about
I will
this.
be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in
Oh, no.
until the moment I say happily ever after.
Well, okay then. I guess
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Okay,
Perhaps he
okay.
had simply missed a memo.
That happened. I've yet to get an ending where I don't die. Really. I die in pretty
When
much every
Stanley
ending.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Shush.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You tool, you boarded up the broom closet. I love that closet. You suck.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Yep. Alright, so I walked through this passageway. Okay, I wish other games did this where it's like, oh yeah, this is the boring part. We're just gonna skip it for you. No problem. Alright, we're down here then. Oh, 1 second. let's do this thing. Let's shut down the mind control device, I guess. I don't know how many more endings
Stanley
there are.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Because
Facility.
escape only leads to there. Alright, yeah. We already know the reveal.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed
Yes,
with
we
television
know the
screens.
reveal.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, that's what I devolved into. I'm just basically making baby noises.
Now
Alright,
the monitors
cameras.
jumped
Yeah,
to life,
yeah,
their true
whatever.
nature revealed.
It's all
Each bore the number of an
it's all the
employee in
people.
the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Yes,
And
I
Stanley,
see.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's do this! Okay. Freedom means nothing. Let's
This
go through next
mind
door.
control facility,
This is reminding me of
it was
Super
too
Hot.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really
I
been
like
under
that game.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Probably.
That his
His life
emotions
sucks.
had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yup. Alright, let's go.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Yeah,
Never.
it's wild.
It was
Yep.
unthinkable.
It was unthinkable.
Wasn't it? Was it even
yep,
possible?
It truly is.
Had he truly
Uh-huh.
spent his
Yep.
entire life utterly
He did.
blind to the
Finally
world?
got some vision. And now, okay,
Here
alright,
was the
let's go to
proof.
this.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Emotion, yeah, okay.
Happy or
Shut
sad
up!
Or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored
turning it
and
off this
commanded
time.
from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine...
Bam! I win. How's that feel? What? I see what
Blackness.
happens.
and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah, you could say
Was
that.
it over?
Probably. Is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's
Yes.
command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay
Actually, that's what I'm
unsolved.
doing right now. So
Where
good job.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
What?
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Well, that's fair.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Oh, this is such a nice
Whatever
ending.
life he lives, it will be his.
Aw,
And that was all he needed to know.
nice.
It was
Terrible
perhaps
quality,
the only thing
source
worth
made.
knowing.
Back.
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Aw.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Aw. Well, that's a good note. Are there any other endings you guys desperately want me to see, or is this good? I don't know. Anyone? Is there any like secret endings I should be looking for? Hold on a sec. Alrighty. Alright, resume the game. Anyone? Okay, finally getting messages through. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I feel like it's not the kind of game you usually just sit down and do in one. You can go through the red door. Yes, you can go through the red door. Yeah, well, I'm not playing the baby game for 4 hours. That's not happening. You can look that one up if
How
you want.
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This
What?
is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Wait, this is different. Up, I'm getting the spine tingle of something's different. I'm getting that again. He's happy to be alone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
All right, how
he
do I get
entered
to the red
on
door?
his left.
Door 405. Where is door 405? I don't know where the.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm doing red door right now, real quick.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
All right, yep. I get you.
Stanley was
super
so bad
disappointed.
at following directions. It's incredible he wasn't
Yep,
fired
he
years
wasn't
ago.
fired years ago because of things. Yeah, we all know. Come
Look,
on.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, you've
I'm
killed
not
me.
your enemy, really, I'm not. I
You blew
realize
me up with a
investing your
nuke.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes,
Are you that
I have
convinced that I
zero-
want something bad to happen to you?
You blew
Why,
me up with a
I don't
nuke.
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yeah, well,
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, fine. I'll go through your red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and
Oh
running,
no,
just the
not
way you're doing
this.
right now.
Not this again.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And
Yeah?
I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What's your solution? Seriously, this.
What do we want?
What?
What are we looking for?
What's this? Oh.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay
is.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh. You go to the break room, you go through the first open door on your left. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Unfortunately, we don't get to be happy. We have to play a game.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Sorry. We're
Oh,
in a
no.
game.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I know. And unfortunately...
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
No, you don't understand. I get to make the choices here. I'm the player. You are just an AI. Bye-bye.
No! Oh, thank God. No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Fine,
I
fine.
can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Okay, guys, should I go back to that room or throw myself off a cliff again? How much do we hate this narrator? Is that our, Because I don't think you understand. I really think he doesn't want my best intentions. I know it's cliche, but he's saying all the villain lines. Whoa.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Nope. Sorry. Glad you got one last look at eternity, buddy. Because we're
Stanley,
resetting.
go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I'm sorry, pal. Maybe you should have, you know, not been so evil and nuked me!
Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I'm sorry for nuking you. That would be a start. Goodbye, David. That's what I'm calling you. That's your new name. And you won't have to live with it long. 'Cause goodbye. Ow!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
You're about right. You know what? I'm really killing myself to forward the story, but yeah, you know what? Your happiness also isn't very high on my list. Goodbye. Ow!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
You don't just want us to get
It
along.
looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
You wouldn't have programmed in the staircase if you didn't want me to.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm going back.
I'm dead. Okay. Alright, which office door can I open up?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why did he say Stanley was so happy that everyone was gone last time? It doesn't... Interesting. There's so many things. There's door 457. Okay, that door over there is open. What's this? Input received. What is that? What does that mean? Input received. Wait, does every time I go through here, it can be inputted every time? I get it now. I get it now. 4:30. Oh, okay. Well, it's not right here. But an input every time.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Shut
employee
up.
lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, we've all heard this beautiful line of dialogue
Stanley
so
felt
many
lightheaded,
times.
butterflies in his stomach,
What?
giddy in a way he had never known
This is
before.
a new line.
Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
Yes, I love
I
my
mean,
room.
truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
You're kind of disturbed, you know that? Alright, we're moving on.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, right in here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
Ooh, a
and got
lift.
back on track.
Nope, you took a lift. Why would you put all these temptations in front of me if you didn't want me to act upon them?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left? Well, that's the only option I see, so it looks like I have to listen to you.
Oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay. No problem.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I don't know, you want to
It's
screw with
clearly-
me?
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, you're screwing with me because I'm not listening to you.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
The story is this way. Huh, I don't like this whole car thing right there. That's annoying. Alright, Alright, let's go this way. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I turned too far. Don't you hate it when you look too fast?
No,
Oh, wow, I'm up
no,
here.
no, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet.
All right,
this is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
I'm closing them.
Okay. We just have to get back to Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
From the top. Narp.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm doing the 430 door thing. I don't know. Does it have to be over five times? Because I just mashed the open door. Wait, now it no longer says awaiting input. What? How do you unplug the phone? What phone is to be unplugged? I don't... Alright, we'll keep going. You guys are like my narrator, basically, for when I just get lost. Alright.
When
What?
Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all
No.
the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here
I'm pretty sure
somewhere.
Drugs wrote the
Okay,
story.
then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. I always go the right way. Wait, that leads into there. And that leads over here. That leads over here. And if I hang it right here, and I go right into here, through here, weave, and he turns the corner. Oh, jukes out the opposition, running right through. Whoop, whoop, see some danger on the left. Whoop, 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 whoop. Dives through the door. He's
I'll
going
say
in
it.
circles.
This is the worst
All
adventure
right.
I've ever been
Jukes
on. I
right
can
through
promise
there.
you there
Turns
definitely was a story here before.
Left.
Do we need to restart the game
Haha, I
again?
made it.
Well,
Oh,
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better
well,
than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I messed up. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Missed a memo. Are there no doors now?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why
Yup,
don't we go
it's
back
worse.
the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Alright, fine. What is with that? I want to get up there. There's so much to this map I want to find out how to get to. I want to turn on no clip and just start flying around. But that probably wouldn't be very...
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
No,
Oh, it's
wait,
another circle?
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, okay. This is one of those games where you just keep on going back and forth and it's different every time. Oh, wow. That's...
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Why is
Well, do
the
you know what?
narrator
Since
slowly...
I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Huh?
You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Yay! I win.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Wow, that's
Some
just a
people win
painted on
fair and
pole.
square, and this was not one of those situations.
Huh. Ew.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
You don't have to restart. Oh, hey.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, I'm following the line. What? But this isn't even where the story went last few times. I don't...
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To Destiny!
Though,
Alright.
Here's a thought.
We're gonna get some Destiny
Wouldn't
now.
wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Yeah, it was,
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
that would be nice. Oh, to adventure, good friends. I love music. I also love walking. I love walking on this line, this very nice line. It's so much fun. I'm just playing the Stanley Parable, and I'm having a lot of fun. Me and my narrator buddy seeking out fun adventures with the Adventure Line. Oh, I thought that was the end of the song. Oh, we're having fun, following trails. Hopefully, I don't get
Wait,
a
cut the
gun.
music. Go back and look at that fern.
That is a
Stanley,
nice
this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, it's a nice fern. I want to make out with it. Okay. No one's going to question what I
Wait,
just
what?
did.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this
How
to
could you
us?
have done
And
this?
after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
All right. Let's continue, I guess? Question mark? I don't okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yes, just you and me.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Alrighty. Coming up, good buddy, good pal, good friend of mine. This is probably the longest between an actual
Now,
ending.
yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Oh, again with
What
this.
do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
Okay.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alright. Just ignore the line. That's how it always works. Okay, went up in there. Alright, yeah. We can veto the line. Retcon that line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't
right.
squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, I do that.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere
Yeah.
at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that
Okay.
in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
If it doesn't
And
lead us where
since
we're
the
going, it's
answer
leading
is
to where
clearly
it's
yes,
not.
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Yay!
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion
DJ.
ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
The confusion ending.
determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
Yeah,
No,
it's
it
that's
can't
how it
be.
works.
I don't
Sorry,
want it
buddy.
to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't
Well,
do it.
here's how
I
it
won't
works.
do it. I won't do it.
Hey. I've had to listen to you for a
And the
while.
timer turned
No.
stopped. Does that mean did we do it?
No.
Did we break the cycle?
Shh.
The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Yes, but
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you
Yeah.
agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that
This
life
clock
is
is not
about the journey
attached.
and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
you need to
Well,
restart.
in the meantime, all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, yeah, alright, fine, let's go again, but the narrator, he forgot all the previous times the world got messed up, right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
How'd I meet my wife? Oh, now. Dang it! I read that too late. I did. Alright, 1 second. I'm just going
This
to
was
restart
not
real
the
quick.
correct way to
I
the
know
meeting
a
room,
quick way to
and
restart.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hold on just a moment.
The lounge was grand,
Yes.
majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business.
Yep.
Stanley took the first open door on his
No, he
left.
didn't. Do you know what he took? He took the only way out. And the only way out is...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Suicide!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I'm getting deja
Good
vu.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yay! Nice. Awesome. Now let's click on the door 5 times. Wait, what phone's ringing? Right here.
Hello. This
What?
is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to
Yeah?
a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere.
No.
Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Oh, thanks. Pleasant day. Alright, well, never found that before. Alright, let's do this door. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not working. Door's broken. How do I get to that ending? I can't remember. How did I get to the wife ending? Was it just by not listening to him every time? I think that's what it was. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it. Wife ending is for going right, then straight, then staying on the
Stanley came to
platform.
a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge.
What a room,
But
Stanley
eager
thought
to
to
get
himself.
back to business,
What
Stanley
a
took the
room.
first open door on his left.
Alright, let's go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, shut up. Alright, come on,
Look,
lift,
Stanley,
lift
I think
faster.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Yes,
foot
we
here.
have gotten off on the wrong
I'm not
foot.
your enemy,
Yep,
really,
yep.
I'm
You're
not.
saying a bunch of
I
bad guy
realize that
things.
investing your trust in someone else
Yep.
can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
Yep.
all this time.
Yep, yeah,
There's
it's all
someone
about
you've been
me.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Yep.
I'm asking for her.
Nope, I'm just doing every ending like I should be doing. Alright, thank you for dropping me off
This
here.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Well, guess what?
She's been waiting.
She's waiting.
That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yep.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
I have
Let
the
me
power to
double-check.
fail where failure doesn't exist.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Yep.
Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's
Yes.
not possible.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Uh-huh.
How had I not
Uh-huh.
noticed it sooner?
Yeah.
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for...
This is why I'm saying the narrator is all in Stanley's head. Oh! Because since I'm controlling Stanley right now, the narrator says everything Stanley sees and does, and so when I'm not following his directions, he doesn't know that it's not Stanley making the actions, but me. That's
real-world
why.
decision-making. Or
Oh!
did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I
No.
won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
I
I'm
figured
going to
it
stop the
out.
game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
You don't understand. I figured it
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Oh
But
boy!
if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical
Oh, what
real
an
person
American
named
man.
Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember
setting
that
fire.
unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
Well,
If you
sorry.
find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood,
Disney.
that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh, time to practice. All right. Nice. Let's go.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy
Do not
decision-making
put your
process.
head in crocodiles' faces.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world,
Probably
just
not.
remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Well,
At this
unfortunately,
time,
it doesn't.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Yeah, well, I'm too stupid to figure it out. Calling you now.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright. I'm in here. I'm right here. What am I going back through what I just did?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful,
they won't
we
let me
can't
walk
have you
off.
jumping off the platform and dying.
Now that we know that.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Yeah, it would
we just
feel
need
like
to get
bad
you home
anime.
as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Alright. Sweetness. So you're making me go back through the game so I can make the right choice. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Well, unfortunately, you'll never know. This is so weird. So random.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
That's not how it works, Cupcake.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm bad at decision making, so I don't listen.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Well, okay. I will. Only for you, boss. Can I go back through again? Is that... Oh, no, that's there. Hey, you messed up again, Bucky. Alright, how do we screw everything up? He's not congratulating me on making the right choice, so I assume...
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why?
Oh,
For
so
what?
sad.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now.
It gives me a
And
sense
what
of
am I
pride.
supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
Yeah?
Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
No, I don't know.
What's the answer?
I'm happy. I'm having fun.
No, I have to.
Get Chris
I have
out
to
of
shut
the
the
broom
game down.
closet.
I have to.
Wait, get
I
Chris out of the
have to.
broom closet? How did it know I was in the... Oh, wow. Alrighty.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still
Yeah,
here.
it's,
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever.
I
now
was
look
so
where we
clever.
are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
It happens,
What,
buddy.
did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
And I didn't
He
listen.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Well, I'm
That
sorry.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I am a child.
Oh, my
I'm
story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Spoiler
It would have
alert!
been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Okay.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I entered the door on my right because I still mess with you.
No! Why did you do that? quickly.
Oh, wait,
Hurry.
wait. I think I just got...
Behave exactly as Stanley
Okay,
would.
it wants me to
That
go on the
means
left.
choosing responsibly
Alright,
and always
let's
putting
do
the story
this.
first.
Alright.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
I'll have to
All
throw away...
right.
I have to throw away
When
all my
Stanley came to a
values
set
of being
two
me.
open
Shut
doors,
up!
He entered the door on his left.
Shut up! Alright, I have to throw away all my values of being me and actually listen to the man. The man doesn't control me, I control me. It's only for the sake of the world that I relent.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
the
answer
broom
there.
closet's locked. Oh, they
Coming
stopped
to
me
a
from being able to go
staircase,
downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his
Oh.
boss's office.
He's stopping me from any distractions. Interesting. The boss's office
Stepping
is
inside
green.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Please speak
Shocked,
clearly into
unraveled,
receiver.
Stanley wondered in
What?
disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the
What
answers
is
to his
this?
questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Night Shark.
Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Why does
He drew a
need this
sharp breath
narrator?
and then spoke the code.
I don't know how to speak. Hello.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Nope, that wasn't it. Doesn't need a mic.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
No,
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Hey, that's the cover of Stanley Parable. Wait, is the boss what he bases? I can't.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
So-
I asked you for this one single thing, for your
Actually-
respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
Yeah, well, I'm not
If you didn't want to
Stanley.
see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
'Cause it
Speak.
forced
Say
me.
something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Okay, well, I guess I don't have to deal.
When
Oh,
Stanley
crud.
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
No, you kind of ripped me out of Stanley.
please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
The end. Thank you for playing
Is
Stanley
everything
Parable.
all right? Stanley, this is important. The
Well,
story
those
needs
are
you. It
credits.
needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
This is like such a
Choose.
villain thing to say.
Do something. Anything. This is more important.
I really
than
like
you ever know.
having an out-of-body experience.
The story needs it.
I'm
So-
crazy.
You hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Yep.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide.
That's,
what's the right
that's
thing
all
to
right.
do.
Yeah, this is a,
Take as much time as you need.
I want to talk, but this is such a cool ending. I'm just sort of in awe right now. Well, if this doesn't
Just
work,
a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
yeah, it's not working. So, anyways, I feel like with that one, we saw credits, we saw everything, and whatever. I might play this in the future sometimes, but I think I did a lot of this game and any remaining stuff you guys can do. So, yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm glad you all could watch it and watch me stumble around for hours in an office building pretending to be Stanley while constantly freaking out because the narrator is super crazy weird, and that like just everything is just weird and wild and everything's changing and you don't even know how to get no.